Hello there, it's John Siddique here. Welcome to my blog and welcome to my YouTube channel. And we're kind of halfway through the Authentic Living Retreat on love, which I'm leading this weekend. And I woke up at 6 this morning. I just thought I wanted to check in with you all on YouTube and so on. And although I've got no idea what I want to say, it's just something from the weekend, some kind of energy. Just says, just talk to people a little bit. And I wanted to share a poem with you to begin with. And we opened the retreat yesterday with this poem by Galway Canal. And yesterday we were talking about how do we love ourselves. And today we're going to be talking about how we'll go about loving other people. This is the whole theme of the retreat. Although the questions that have kind of come up are, sort of very simple, basic human questions. I've lost myself. I've seemed to have come away from who I am, and how do I get back there? That seems to be the big one. Or these things happened in my life, and I feel they've taken me away from what my life is really about. How do I get back there? And so that's the material we've been working with. And this poem by Galway Canal, I think, sort of sums up the work that we're doing. It's called St. Francis and the Sow. The bud stands for all things, even for those things that don't flower, for everything flowers from within, of self-blessing, though sometimes it is necessary to reteach a thing its loveliness, to put a hand on its brow of the flower and retell it in words and in touch it is lovely, until it flowers again from within, of self-blessing, as St. Francis put his hand on the creased forehead of the sow, and told it in words and in touch, blessings of earth on the sow. And the sow began remembering all down her thick length, from the earthen snout, all the way through the fodder and slops to the spiritual curl of the tail, from the hard spininess spiked out from the spine, down through the great broken heart to the sheer blue milking dreaminess, spurting and shuddering from the 14 teats into the 14 mouths, sucking and blowing beneath them, the long, perfect loveliness of sound. And that's just it, I think. Sometimes we just need to be shown again what we are. It's not that it's not that we don't know. We already know. Everyone has that taste of freedom in them. But because of the way the world is built in an outwards way, we're taught that everything is outside of ourselves. Love is outside of ourselves. If we're good enough, we'll meet somebody to love. If we have enough money, if we have enough power, if we own enough things, and we become addicted to looking outwards, trying to find some kind of satisfaction. But actually, all those things, they're either benign or not benign. They can be quite dangerous. They can be, okay. There's nothing wrong with any of those things, but they're not what we're really looking for. What we're really looking for is what we already have. But how do you get there? Well, the mind can't do it. The mind can't think its way back, and that's where we get confused. And so we kind of anesthetize ourselves and get caught in kind of old emotional patterns and things, which kind of get stronger and stiffer, and it gets harder and harder, and we keep wishing and wishing instead of coming home. And it's this idea, I think, of self-blessing, of being retaught our loveliness. Because that's what we are. We flower again from within. This beautiful poem, until we remember. So blessings on the sow and blessings on all of us, isn't it? And that's just it. The question of how do I get back to being myself? Well, you've always been that, the source energy that's inside us, the life force that's inside us. That's who we are. When we're young, we have a very clear sort of feeling about that. And as we get older, societal pressure, parental programming, they don't know what they're doing, and so, or they do know what they're doing, and it's to keep us away from that truth of ourselves, because, the only work to do for a human being is to come home, and we'll be called selfish for doing that, and, people will use shame to kind of keep us away from that, or we use shame against ourselves, or we believe that only the mind can do it. So this is the work we're working with on the Authentic Living Weekends. And it's just such a privilege to be of service in this way. I think it gets to a point in one's own practice when the only thing you can do is then begin sharing with others, and I feel that really strongly at the moment in myself. So I've kind of let go of a lot of my old work, and there's this kind of impulse not to kind of be special or famous or whatever, or some kind of teacher. It's just, I'm not really bothered about those things at all. But this feeling of service is definitely here. Not so that I become empty, running around, let me help you sort of thing, but just this natural kind of flow that seems to be coming sort of through. Yeah. So by living authentically, I guess I just mean that we come home sort of more day by day to this this part that's actually ourselves, the I am of us, you know, the thing that is truly ourselves, the I am that's inside us, not the mind and not just the emotions, but the consciousness that lies behind those. And then operating from there, we actually can move in the world with less reactivity, better intention, you know, creating better connections, and that's it. So so today we're going to be looking at how we actually love others, and of course getting our stuff out of the way. We've got a lovely house full of people at the minute. We've got people staying over and things because we've got our retreat on, and there they are making lovely noises, and but it's great. So hopefully, I forgot what I was going to say there. Yeah, so today we're looking at how we work, you know, about loving with other people, and of course when we remove the reactivity in ourselves, when that lessens, then actually we meet other people, maybe for the first time ever, even though we've been married to them for 30 years or something. We start actually seeing the other person, and so we're going to be kind of doing some work around that. So if you're interested in this sort of material, if you're interested in working with me in this way, have a look on the website johnsiddique.co.uk, and there's an authentic living page on there, and you can see how, you know, the kind of stuff that I'm doing at the minute, if you're interested. So yeah, have a lovely Sunday, and I'll catch up with you again during this week. I think I feel like I'm in a video blogging sort of mood, so I'll catch you later on in the week. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.